What's up? This video is for Will, asking for some shaving tips. This is going to be a somewhat of an instructional, more of just tips and tricks. I'm not using what I normally use to shave because I ran out of it. Just any old shaving cream will do. I'm using whatever this is. My sister uses it for her legs. Hopefully it's smoother than what I use. That'd be nice. I'm using a Mach 3 razor backwards because I'm using an eyesight camera. Yeah, I like it. It seems to be pretty well. The ones with more blades tend to pull a little too much, so I don't use them. Also, sorry about the state of the bathroom. This is not my bathroom. These are my sister's. So, but I don't have good enough lighting in mine, so this is where we're going to start. First thing you want to start off with, I always do this typically after I shower. I can kind of cut this step down. You want to moisten and heat up the hairs, so you want to use pretty hot water. It softens them, which makes them easier to cut. It's got water all over my laptop. It's not good. You want to do this a little bit longer than I'm going to do. This is also what I like to do right after I get out of a hot shower, because it helps, I guess, get whatever kind of cream you're using. Again, I've never used this. Use circular motion to apply it. This is weird stuff. It looks inappropriate too a little bit. Hot water is key when you're shaving, when you're rinsing your blade. I don't actually know why it helps, but in my experience it has helped a lot. I'm going to try to get on my knees, but that's inappropriate. I'm going to get down for this just so I can get a better level with the camera. What you're going to do is you're going to find your jawline, and you're just going to take it and do really short strokes, very short strokes. And rinse pretty regularly, otherwise you get hairs built up into the blade and it just doesn't really work. It starts pulling more and you just don't get as good of a shape. Again, short strokes, rinse frequently. Always start off with the grain. You can go back and go against the grain if you want. It can cause a little bit of irritation. You can get a little mix that way, but you'll get a much smoother shave, and typically the nicks aren't bad. I rarely even have to use a styptic pencil, which is what you'd use to kind of get the blood to quit flowing. But I always mark my jawline first with short strokes. Again, short strokes, very important. Prevent irritation, keeps the blade clean, and by doing so, you just get a much closer shave, much smoother shave. I have a bit of scarring on my neck from a burn, so that part's a little bit tricky over here, but you probably don't have to deal with that, so I will go over that part a little bit extra. Now that I've got it with the grain, I go back and go against the grain. You pretty much stay the exact same. Short strokes. I will say, for me, the area on my throat, not so much really like cutting my Adam's apple or anything, it just tends to be a more sensitive area, so I don't go directly against the grain. I kind of come not quite perpendicular to it, but not directly against it either, just to prevent myself from getting that irritation and cutting myself. So you can see I do have a little bit cut the mix down there, not a big deal. Again, the styptic pencil will clean that right up, and you won't even notice. It may burn a little bit to apply, but it's just for a split second. You can deal with it. A good lotion is also nice right after you shave, just because it keeps the skin soft, does cut down on some of that irritation. Mine isn't in the room. It's actually in my bathroom, so I can't put it on or show you what I use, but that is pretty much all you need to get a baby smooth shave. It's pretty nice. So that's for you, Will. That's how you do it. Hopefully this helps.